A huge well done. A huge well done, Pagelum Tagat. A huge, massive well done. Round of applause, Tungis. Thank you so much, Jacinta. We're now at 5% inflation in South Africa for the month of June. You guys are working nisebenza non-stop to destroy this country. A huge well done. When we keep telling you that there are very severe economic consequences for what you are doing, we don't know anything. Jacinta is your savior. 5% increase on inflation, which businesses are not going to add the 5% increase on in terms of the inflation increase. They're going to pile up their own inflation over and above that. Things are increasing. Electricity is going to skyrocket. You guys are fixing things. You're fixing things by damaging. When we keep telling you there are economic consequences that you are impacting the economy, what do you think happens when you do something that leads to trucks stopping at the Mozambique border gate? What do you think happened? What do you think is the consequences of that? Let me break it down for you. Let me show you. You don't have to worry. I've gone into AI. You can do this yourself as well. I've gone into AI and I said, give me the most simplest way of understanding what happens when inflation increases in an economy. So AI gave me the most simplest way that they can explain, because I know sometimes I get told I'm too complicated. I make things too complicated. So it says here, in economics, rising inflation usually indicates one or both of these two things. There's two things that drive the inflation. It says here, too many kids. So a lot of people, not enough lemonade. So I'm going to put it in a way that you're going to understand in general economics. It means that there's a huge amount of demand, or people want specific, let's use bread. A lot of people want bread, but there's not a lot of bread to go around for everybody. Then it says too many kids, not enough lemonade. It's called the demand pull inflation. Now, suddenly the whole school gets out early. They're using an example, and 100 kids want lemonade. 100 people want bread, but the stand still only makes 50 cups. With so many buyers chasing too few goods, kids start offering to pay $3 instead of $2 just to beat the crowd. I'm going to explain fully what this means. This signals the economy is overheating. Everyone has money to spend, but the factories and workers of those factories can't keep up. That's the operative word. Now let's dissect that. There's a lot of people who want specific goods. There's a lot of people who want specific goods, but there's not enough goods in the economy. It's called the demand pull inflation. Why are there not a lot of goods in the economy? Because Upagelu Mtagati said it's okay for the goods to stay in the border in Mozambique. They are going to supply South Africa. You go around. They say there's not enough workers. Why are there not enough workers, Daki? Because you are going around. He started in June. You are going around terrorizing businesses and chasing out the workers. You do not give business time to move. Now remember, all of these illegal immigrants, as much as you hate them, you hate their guts, they have been holding the economy low. The Pakistanis have been keeping the economy low. That means they made things, even though they went out there and they created their own bakeries at the backyard, Gabani, but you still had bread. You decided you're going to shut that down. Do you have tuck shops right now? No, you don't have tuck shops. Are there existing tuck shops in the townships? No. What are you doing? You're flooding to these corporate institutions who are the ones who are driving all of this nonsense. They're the ones who hired the illegal immigrants, and then when they got tired of them, they set the dogs on them so you can chase them out. Because make no mistake, Ducky, they're going to fix the problem, but you know how they're going to fix the problem? They're going to hire robots. They're going to replace you with IT. Your jobs are becoming obsolete. As I mentioned the other day, much and much in the next 4 to 5 years, much and much is going to be marching against robots, not illegal immigrants. Why are there not enough workers? Because you've chased them out of the economy. Remember, as a South African, you need minimum wage. That's by law. You have minimum wage that protects you, meaning that whatever they're paying the illegal whoever, now they're going to have to hire a South African. Do you understand what happens to the price of bread? So even if you are now working, understand the cost of petrol is going to skyrocket. The cost of buying food and groceries is still. So you working now makes it futile. It doesn't help you because the prices are going to keep increasing. But stay with me. It gets deeper. Stay with. We've covered the cost. The demand pull. Now we're going to cover the cost push inflation. So hypothetically, it says here a drought hits the lemon farms, or the lemon farms are no longer able to produce as they used to produce because you've chased away the workers, or gas prices make delivering sugar costly. The stand has to charge $3 to cover its own bills and stay open. This signals a broken supply chain. It costs more to make the exact same product, so the seller is forced to pass that pain to you, Jacinta, and to us. But don't worry, Jacinta, she's going to be good. Don't worry. Whoever's paying her to travel all over South Africa is covering her cost. You are the ones who are going to suffer as Utaki. If Jacinta doesn't give, imagine if you don't get a job, because there's only so much jobs. There's millions of the youth as well as people who are unemployed in this country at the moment. Not everybody that you're marching for is going to get a job. I need you to know that, right? So it says, bottom line, whether it's too much demand or too little supply, rising inflation is the economy's warning alarm that the stable fair price is breaking down. If wages don't rise just as fast, the kids or the consumer ends up buying fewer cups, even if they're working just as hard. We told you that there's a better way of doing this. There's a better way of doing this. Instead of you preaching hate, preaching for us to break away from our brothers and sisters, we could have established our own industries, which is what, in any case, eventually this has to lead up to, unless you want people to live as slaves. You have just made the same people that you claim to be fighting for, kudos. You've made them replace the Zimbabweans and all the foreigners. Granted. Do you think that Bas is going to want to now all of a sudden wake up and think, I want to give these guys bonuses? They're going to be replacing the people that were working. They're going to demand, these people have a right to unionize. They're going to demand a union, and they're going to negotiate. Where do you think the costs, who covers that cost? Have you taken that into consideration? That additional, because they're going to keep passing the prices down to us as the consumers. What use is it for you to get a job, but 4,000 Rand goes to all your expenses just for you to get to work? We said, as black people, it's better for us to create our own industries. But you say, don't let us stop you. Do enjoy.
Some people play the game and they don't even know ukuthi bayadlala. Then we have ama legends, ama hero that know how to play the game. South Africa has just secured a loan of $1.5 billion. That is about 27 billion rands from the World Bank. When did this happen? When you were sleeping. The truth, they shall set you free. So lalela mntomnyama asiqale. Ngomhla 21 July 2026, South Africa announced that it has signed a 1.5 billion development policy loan with World Bank. Remember ukuthi this is the fourth loan since 2022, recent years ago. Understand ukuthi this is not free money, it's a loan. Sizoyikhokha back, sizoyikhokha. Hlakanipha-ke mntomnyama and understand ukuthi le mali will flow from the World Bank to the South African National Treasury, and then from there it will go to government budgets and be deployed to our departments nama forums awakhona until finally it comes to you isi 350. Nkosi yami. So where does the money go? Understand ukuthi the South African government and the World Bank says the money will go to electricity, freight and rail ports, water and sanitation. That's why it is called a development policy loan. It is meant as a support package for the South African economy. The South African economy. What are the terms of the loan? Understand ukuthi angithi siboleke 1.5 billion and it's only allowed to mature for 15 years. The grace period they gave us before we have to start paying back le mali is 3 years. So understand ukuthi if we say 6 months plus the secured overnight financing rate yakhona, which is not always fixed, but it's gonna estimate ukuthi it's like at 4.3%. So 4.3% plus 1.35%, we could end up paying an interest of this amount per year. Understand ukuthi it's just gonna keep growing. Angiphinde lento because clearly awuyizwa, you don't understand the numbers. Let me simplify it for you. If the loan was signed ngo-2026, understand ukuthi i-repayment yakhona with i-grace period abasiphe yona of 3 years, we might have to start paying back le mali ngo-2029 to 2030, but mostly ngo-2030. So how much would we have to pay if the interest rate in nkulunkulu standards that it stays at 5.65% for over 15 years? That means an original amount of 27 billion, which is about $1.5 billion. We might end up having to only pay 38 to 42 billion. Now, if the interest rate doesn't grow in the next 15 years, there's no turning back. It's done. Isiyenziwile, isekusayiniwe, it's over. Ithathiwe le mali, isekweyithu. Now there's only one thing ekumele uyibuze yona. Hlakanipha mntomnyama and understand ukuthi if we can't pay back le mali, what do they get in return bona? Mina as Uziro and everyone who's a part of my team, we don't know what they get in return. We don't know what South Africa had to put as leverage yokuthi if we don't pay back le mali sizonika land. We don't know. Eskom is such a beautiful company. It is 100% owned by a South African government. It focuses more on generating electricity, and also kumbula ukuthi it is worth over 450 billion, right? And it generates around 80% of South Africa's electricity. It's such a nice company. Yes? I really love Transnet. It's such a beautiful company, and it is 100% owned by a South African government. It focuses more on e-rail, ports, pipelines, and kumbula ukuthi it is an asset of over 400 billion. Such a beautiful company.
Do you know what the junta has done to South Africa? Let's forget about the disruption of economical growth, the shops that were looted, businesses that were closed, companies that were liquidated, buildings that were set ablaze. Let's talk about the mindset of South Africans. You see, this is the most dangerous one among them all. You see, South African citizens were there seeing all these march leaders committing crime right in front of the police, and the police did nothing. Do you know the mindset South Africans got from there? They can also commit crime and nothing will happen. The law will not catch up with them. These guys now are literally looting. They are going rogue, looting anything they can find. Right now that I'm telling you, yesterday they arrested over 62 or 70 people. They were looting businesses, people's property. You know, foreigners have left. They are looting their own South African businesses, their own people's businesses. Just look at this one now. These guys literally went there with their own vehicle in their numbers to loot a truck. Lawlessness. Let me tell you something about lawlessness. When a citizen think he can commit any crime and law will never catch up with him, if every citizen think that way, how can the government contain that? If a man started thinking that he will commit a crime and the law cannot catch up with him, you guys should know that there is no limit of the kind of crime he will commit. So congratulations to you guys once more. And mind you, what you guys went out there looking for, you did not get it too. Job, right? You did not get it. The ones that literally got the job are being fired. We are seeing them. They are being fired. Some don't even want to do this.
Breaking news, Ghana government has made it clear that ECOWAS nations have backed its petition to the African Union against South Africa over the ongoing anti-immigration protest. Ghana had petitioned to the African Union calling for a stronger continental action against the attacks, and it's turning out that Ghana is actually also committed on reparatory justice. You won't believe Ghana. You'd believe that the Ghanaian government has insisted West African nations were highly affected, talking about Ghana, Nigeria and others, insisting such attacks undermine African unity and African Union goal. We are talking about freedom of movement and continental goals, and it's turning out South Africa government has actually not accepted Ghana characterization on that particular situation, insisting it is actually addressing the public order on security issues through legal institution. Which are these ECOWAS nations that are actually backing Ghana? I'm actually talking about 12 nations: Benin, Cape Verde, Ivory Coast, Gambia, Guinea, Guinea-Bissau, Liberia, Nigeria, Sierra Leone, and even Togo. Keep watching. We'll keep you updated.
Ghana has a president. His name is John Praman Mahama. So what Pramani said is they are petitioning to condemn xenophobic attacks and the lives lost from Ghanaians in South Africa and Nigerians. I'm a South African. I was born and raised in South Africa. I lived in South Africa for decades. I know what Ghanaians do in South Africa. I know what Nigerians do in South Africa. I know. But you should be ashamed that their own president spreads misinformation. See, my president, South African president, you will never catch him out on anything. He's very careful with his words. Because you can't believe everything you hear. You gotta search things out. It's really unwise to just say things like that. It's dangerous. Who lost their lives? How many? When? Where? 290 out of 300 Ghanaians on a flight getting repatriated voluntarily were legally in South Africa. Only 10. 290 were illegally in South Africa. Did the president of Nigeria or Ghana condemn that? Zero. But you're condemning South Africans. I don't understand that. So I need to help you understand. But you can't. Because I would be ashamed if I was you, but you are incapable of feeling shame. But you really should be. 1 John 4 verse 1. Don't believe everything you hear. It's really, really unwise. So please, but we can't beg of you. But the truth will come out. The truth will come out eventually. Because you're trying to isolate or collectively condemn South Africa. Do it. Do it, because we have zero problems in Ghana, zero problems in Nigeria, no poverty, no slums, nothing, perfection, no prisons. All of them have PhDs, all of them, smart cities, right? No crime, nothing. Freedom of speech. That's why you can. I didn't even know president's name from Ghana. I know Alban Kingsford Sumana. So the guy I know. But it's okay, African brothers. Mwah, we love you, Ghana. We love you, Nigeria. That's why you are able to get cars that are very expensive, but you're on a study visa, but you're a billionaire in South Africa and you live comfortably, right? There's a lot of Nigerians in South Africa now. A lot of Ghanaians in South Africa now. They didn't leave. They're still there. What are they doing, I wonder? All of them are earning honest living. iPhone 17 Pro Max, 1 terabytes. Paid in full. Trying to see.
22 of July. It's no longer in news that President of Ghana, His Excellency, Captain, President, Evangelist, John Dramani Mahama of Ghana, is mobilizing all ECOWAS states to speak against what happened in South Africa in African Union Summit, in their next summit. I'm saying, you know, West Africa, we are 15 to 16. They say Cape Verde is inside us. We never know. But let's talk about the 15 recognized West Africa country that form ECOWAS bloc. And what happened in South Africa is mainly like affect West Africa a lot. Other nations have problem, but we basically see the harassment, or you know, and African Union don't want to see anything about this xenophobia, because it's supposed to be them to speak first before any nation come out and speak and make it escalate. Now, when African Union decide to keep quiet, so nations start speaking for themselves. Nigeria, Ghana, people start speaking up, but mostly West African country. After we drag this thing, we thinking things can be solved diplomatically, but it's up to this time we can never solve it. We cannot solve it. Now, the president of Ghana speak in Longue, Sierra Leone. They have ECOWAS summit in Sierra Leone, where there is some development that happened in Sierra Leone. The ECOWAS depot, ECOWAS law, a lot of things happen in Sierra Leone these days. There's a lot of development in ECOWAS. Because of that, a lot of presidents of West Africa gang up or gather up assembly in Sierra Leone for this inauguration. In that place, President of Ghana speak up and tell us that African Union, you don't want to speak, but we are going to make you to speak. Now, ECOWAS, ECOWAS need to back up Ghana in the next African Union Summit. Do you know what it means?
But permit me also to address a matter of immediate concern to Ghana, Nigeria, and indeed the whole of our continent. Ghana is deeply concerned about the recent incidents of xenophobic attacks against our citizens in South Africa. During which some Africans, including Ghanaians and Nigerian citizens, have lost their lives, while many other African nationals have experienced fear, intimidation, and uncertainty. Ghana welcomes the decision of the authority of heads of state of ECOWAS to fully endorse and support Ghana's petition at the African Union for the matter to be addressed at the next AU mid-year summit. African liberation was achieved through solidarity across our borders. We must never permit that proud legacy to be weakened by intolerance by a small group of people.
That is collaboration, the whole 15 country coming out to speak in front of African Union against one country, on one complaint. This is the unity that I want. Yeah, I know this is a great unity, but I don't want it to end up like this. This is speaking up against bully, against intimidation, against disrespect. Voila, I love it. But I want this to be able to defend themselves against imperialists, against looting of mineral resources. When one of African, like West African countries, is having problem, let Africa, stand up, gang up, and defend their brother. Voila. I don't think maybe you people understand me. Yes, ECOWAS can do this. Somebody need to do something for something to stop. I have no problem if ECOWAS is standing up to speak and make sure they push for South Africa to do something and make sure they stop them by force in this xenophobic attack and whatsoever. But I want ECOWAS to stand up again when there is problem in their country. Let ECOWAS stand up and gang up against anybody that is ganging up against any of that bloc. You understand? We are 15 West Africa. Although we have 2 organizations, we have Sahel and we have ECOWAS in West Africa. The division of organization should not separate the love we have within ourselves. That is what I'm saying. If any nation wants to intimidate any West African country, ECOWAS is supposed to stand up. You understand what I mean? If any intimidation is coming from anywhere, let ECOWAS stand up. Defend their brother, defend their sisters, defend anything that have to be defended. Yes. So now, we don't know what will happen in the next African Union Summit because the president of Ghana, if he can stand up in the front of Donald Trump and speak and push for Caribbean Summit, for Caribbean returning of stuff, he will do it in South Africa. He will do it. He will do it. President Mama, I say a man that is very stubborn in suit is a democratic elected stubborn revolution man. You will not talk too much. So let's leave it for them. And you know, when anywhere Ghana, then Nigeria is there. Nigeria is involved on the ground. Nigeria is involved. Let anybody deceive you that Nigeria is not going to be, they are not going to. Nigeria is involved. That is why sometimes when Ghana, Nigeria, they fight me, I don't involve myself because they are brothers. They are brothers. They know how to deal with themselves, both the president and the citizen. But nevertheless, I don't like the fact that it's going to be issue for South Africa in African Union Summit. But unity and defending is what we want. Defend your brother when it's needed. Don't be enemy to your brother. Don't help outside to come and kill your brother. So ECOWAS, West Africa is moving forward by defending themselves and defending others within the bloc. Nice. But defend yourself against imperialists. Defend yourself against people that is coming to loot your resources. Defend yourself against corruption, negligence, incompetence in the bloc or in the region. So that at least we'll be proud of where we come from. We'll be proud of West Africa. So guys, everybody go and buy up your popcorn. Very soon, South Africa will trend again. We listen, we don't judge. We're ready to report the news and break the news. Because the last time I was begging South Africa, please, South Africa, let's do this in another way. South Africa, we can do this, we can do more. South Africa, we can do this. No. You query. You every day call me query. Every day they call me query. Now everything I'm saying now is coming out. Everything I'm saying, but they never listen to me. They go, you query. Everybody, me query. Okay. Me, I'm not saying nothing. We're just waiting for the breaking news from Ghana, ECOWAS, Nigeria. So guys, this is what is going on.
Hey, South Africans are now begging Ghanaians. South African president said, hey, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, you and Bola Ahmed Tinubu, please, what you guys are doing is not good. What you guys are doing, you damage our economy. He said, please have mercy on South Africa. I'll work on this. I'll tell my citizens to stop attacking immigrants and Africans.
South Africa's biggest travel hub is suddenly at the center of a shocking new controversy. Reports currently circulating online claim that OR Tambo International Airport has seen a dramatic and unexpected drop in visitors. According to these alarming allegations, passenger numbers for the month of July have plummeted, falling far below the usual heavy monthly traffic the airport is known to handle. These viral claims have sparked a fierce debate across the nation, leaving citizens and industry leaders searching for answers. Many are actively questioning whether ongoing safety concerns and recent negative publicity are now having a direct, tangible effect on tourism and travel to South Africa. The thought of empty terminals is a troubling concept for a country that relies so heavily on welcoming the world. As the situation unfolds, the public is left grappling with one critical question. Is this reported decline just a temporary situation, or is it a glaring warning sign for the future of the country's tourism industry? We are waiting on official statistics and data to clear the air and confirm the reality on the ground. Until those numbers are released, the speculation continues.